Good morning, Shane.
Hey, good morning, Pam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm really am too. We're super close, right?
Yep, launching MBOX 2.
October 1st.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
good.
All the items are on their way. The last one should be shipped today.
Okay. I know what it is. I'm happy. I'll be happy to see that one land. So that's great.
I think so. I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
And the first question is, what is MBOX?
Well, that's a good first question, Shane.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, MBOX is these beautifully specially chosen curated items that are built around a mindfulness lesson that I create each quarter. And the intention of the inbox was really, how do we give people something that comes to their home in order to bring mindfulness into their daily life in a more tangible way? You know, that mindfulness doesn't have to be something that's this hard sit for long periods of time. It doesn't have to be something where you have to go anywhere. That if we want to bring more mindfulness practices in, that there are these things that we can have reminders, you know, and allowing us to incorporate that more into our daily life. So all of those things come in the box with the lesson. And then along with that, what's really exciting is that we do a live launch of the box. So you're not on your own here. You know, you get the items, you get the lesson, but we open together, you know, and we introduce the items for the quarter to everybody, which is a fun, interactive, so much fun to see everybody come together. And then we build a private social media or page for the community to be able to share with each other throughout the quarter. And that was really one of my hopes, was that we would see community grow, you know, and how do we support one another? And people can interact or not interact based on what their needs are, but it's there for support as they need it. Then we do some additional lessons, you know, so throughout the quarter, I do 3 additional lessons. And then we do bi-weekly some guided meditations and some talks. And those who can't actually be there, we send those out, you know, so that people can listen. And again, utilizing these things if they find it useful for their own selves in their own interaction. And in the box, you get a calendar, which for this quarter that you'll have all the dates, all the different things, and how we'll be able to interact throughout the quarter so that people can kind of put those on their calendar and prepare for each of those. But the items, they're there to support. Really, the lesson, I really try to put a lot of thought into what is in the lesson. And then you just do an incredible job of helping me research and find just the perfect items in order to incorporate that into our daily life.
Can you share a couple of those items from the last box?
Yeah, happy to. There's so many, but I know we don't, I don't want to cover them all, but I tell you, one of the first things, first parts of the lesson was, what does it mean to start a mindfulness practice, or when you start something new? And how often when we're starting something new, how we might hold ourselves back a little bit, or maybe we lurch right into it. And I wanted something that would really get people to start thinking about, when I take on something new, how can I show some care for it? How do I really take that in and nurture it? How do I grow it? How do I start to see, as it's starting something new, what might be showing up? What are those stories in my head that I'm telling myself? Maybe I start holding myself back a little bit because I'm worried about the comparison to others. Maybe it's not happening as fast as I want, so we kind of give up on it. All those things that happen when we're starting a something new in our lives, right? So with that lesson, we found the plant. So the lavender in a bag,
We love.
which has been so fun because everything comes right in the bag. So it's the ability to really start. And so you get to plant your lavender, you get to feel the soil, you get to take it in, you plant your own seeds, and you allow that, you nurture your lavender throughout the quarter, and you watch your lavender grow and or not grow, and really what are we learning about that is, how do I care for something gently?
Okay.
Because lavender, you really need to care for really gently. And when we're learning something new, how sometimes we don't necessarily care for ourselves really gently. So how to care for it. How do we recognize the things that might be happening or showing up in that? So that was the plant, which has been one of my favorites. One of the other ones is just a simple 1-minute timer. You know, when people talk about wanting to be more mindful, and we hear it all the time, right? Mindfulness has just been one of the special words that are used all the time, right? But are we really? So the timer is a great reminder to actually take a moment to pause. And it's 1 minute. The average is 12 to 18 breaths in a minute. So a lot of people have been trying to now notice, like really being intentional about their breath and connecting to their breath. You can use it in between meetings. You can use it with your kids. You can use it, I use it to remind me of my need to work on my impatience, because sometimes I can be really impatient. But all kinds of different ways that you can use the 1-minute timer, and that's really been a fun one that I've noticed a lot of people using from the box. So that's 2 of them, but there's so many, right?
Yeah.
Like I could go through every single one of them. The tea has been amazing. It smells incredible. You can see it, so you can take in all your senses. So we really talk about mindful consumption. How do we brew something? How do we care for something? How do we, really, how do we nourish, and how do we connect with our body and all the things that we take in? So the tea has been a beautiful one as well.
I love it. It's fun. So there's always, in every quarter, there's all new different items for us to have, right?
Yeah, this one's, I love the first box. I really love the second box. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to come out there and help get them all ready and shipped off. So thank you for letting us know what Mindful MBOX is.
Yeah, thank you. I hope, that people will see us and check it out, because it's been a wonderful community, and it's been a labor of love. And I can't wait to see our second one launch. So.
Okay. Hey, I'll see you out soon.
Okay.
Thanks for taking the time, Pam.
Thank you. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.